Hi everyone, welcome to Between Languages, the podcast where we chat about theories, experiences, and funny things that happen when learning new languages.
Hey guys, I'm Carlos and today we're going to talk about one of those ideas that really changes the way we understand and how we learn a language.
Hi, I am Andrea, and yes, today's topics come from Steve Krashen, a very important linguistic. He proposed several hypotheses in this natural approach, but today we'll focus on one of them, the monitor hypothesis.
Starting the topic,
Okay, let's start with the basics. Krashen say that there are two ways to develop a second language. One is acquiring it, and the other is learning it.
exactly, acquiring happens naturally, like when a child learns the first language by listening and communicating, not by studying rules.
And learning is what we usually do in class, studying grammar, memorizing verbs, and practicing structures.
So the monitor hypothesis is about that difference. Krashen says that the things we learn consciously, like grammar rules, don't produce a language by themselves, but they can help us monitor or edit what we say.
And now we're gonna explain the monitor. I like to think of the monitor as that little voice in your head that says, "Hey, are you sure it's he go and not he goes?"
Yes, it's like having a teeny teacher in your brain correcting you before or after you speak. But Kreischer said the monitor only works if three conditions are met.
Yes, the first one, you need to have enough time to think. If you are in a fast conversation, well, you can just stop and analyze every sentence.
The second, you must be focused on the form, not only of the message. If you only care about communicating, you won't notice the grammar.
And the third, you need to actually know the rule. If you don't know the grammar structure, the monitor can't really help you.
And the practical example?
Here is an example. Imagine someone says, yesterday I go to the store, and then realizes it's in the past, so they correct it. Oh, sorry, I went to the store.
At that moment, the monitor was working. But if that person had been in a quick conversation, maybe they wouldn't even notice the mistake.
Exactly, and that's why Krashen said the monitor can be useful, but if you use too much, it becomes a problem.
Right. If you are always thinking, did I say it right? It was has or have. You end up getting stuck and the conversation stops flowing.
And which are the personal options? That happened to me when I started learning English. I wanted to speak perfectly without any mistakes, and it took me forever to say one sentence.
Same here, until one teacher told me something that really helped. It's better to speak with mistake than not speak at all because of fear.
Yeah, totally agree. And that's exactly what the natural approach promotes. Communication, understanding come first. Grammar rules help, but they shouldn't control everything.
Also, Krashen said that the monitor can be used in three different ways. First, as an editor, when you check and correct what you wrote. Second, as a planner, when you think before speaking. And third, as a self-corrector, when you notice a mistake right after saying it.
I love that part because it's not about removing the monitor, it's about using it at the right moment. For example, it's great when writing an essay, but not so useful in a natural conversation.
So, to sum up, the monitor hypothesis teaches us that studying grammar is important, but it's not the main thing for learning a language.
The most important part is understanding real messages and communicating. Even if you make mistakes, over time, your brain will fix things naturally.
And the key is to use the monitor in a balanced way. Not too much because it can block you, and not too little because we still want to improve.
Exactly. It's all about trusting communication instead of chasing perfection.
And that's how we become more fluent and confident speakers.
And that's it for today's episode. We hope our talk about the monitor hypothesis helped you understand that little voice we all have when learning a language.
Yes, guys, thanks for joining us on Between Languages.
See you next time.
Bye!